Hey guys, Artist Cam MTL here to talk about ISO. I promised this one for you. There we go. High ISO. Check that out. That's grain. We're going to talk about grain, we're going to talk about ISO, and we're going to get off my balcony so we can stop hearing the cars driving by. Peace. ISO. So just a few minutes ago we were outside. 12,800 ISO. Now we're inside. One natural light. 2,500 ISO. Okay, I'm gonna go and take my shower, okay? Okay guys, we're gonna talk about ISO. We're gonna start with 3 shots I did of the exact same image. One at 5,000 ISO, the second one at 400 ISO, and the third at 50 ISO.
Okay guys, so let's do this quickly. 5,000 ISO, 1 second at f16. Now we're going to take a look at these 3 images, all in the same little corner right over here where the trees meet the skyline. So here's our first one, 5,000 ISO, huge grain, little to no detail in the shadows, and that's really just this. Overall, still a usable image. I've posted this on Instagram. Not one person mentioned anything about grain. Okay, on to the next image. Now the second one was shot at, as we can see here, 400 ISO, 10-second exposure at f11. And I thank this gentleman right here for standing very still, and I mean very still, for 10 seconds. Alright, so let's check back here at 400 ISO. Look at that. Now you can see there's a little grain in 1:1, but very little. And here we're starting to get all the detail back. Look, we can even see detail in and around here where, and it's sharper, obviously, because of the grain. Alright. Fantastic. Now, let's take a look if we go to the other end of the spectrum. Now this is 50 ISO, that's low 1 on my Nikon D750 full frame body. Now, I didn't want to go super long exposures, I had a very small tripod. So I did sacrifice depth of field here. I shot it at f2.8, a 20-second exposure at ISO 50. Now, that being said, let's take a look. Look at the detail here. Look at this crazy detail in the shadows. All because of the absence of grain. Look at this. Creamy colors. No grain. Now if I had a much better tripod, I would definitely get a little bit more depth of field. It definitely wouldn't be quite so blurry over here. But again, 50 ISO. Compared to 5,000. Enough said. So we're talking about grain. Picture downtown Montreal, taken at night. As you can see, 40th of a second at f11, ISO 3200. Now, here's the actual exposure. I've underexposed it horribly on purpose, so we can see what happens to the grain. Now you can see there's not a ton of grain, but there's nothing to be seen. So when I boost up the exposure, and usually I did this about 2.5 stops in this case, you can see there's grain the size of basketballs. So as an overall image, if you're putting it online, it's still not that bad. It's a little grainy, but if you go in 1-to-1, again, basketballs. So really quick, what does that, how can we get rid of that? How does that, what controls grain? I think this is a fantastic question. There's two parts. If you go down in Lightroom and you're looking at the detail tab, so this is the, if you see detail, you see it's closed, just click on this little arrow on the right side. It'll open up. You can check right here, you have sharpening, that's in one section, and then you have noise reduction in another section. So you want these two keys. Now, sharpening has a simple effect. Here, I'll show you real quick. You should be able to see this very. So you see that the grain has gotten bigger, less contrast, rather more contrast. Pardon me. All right. Okay. So within sharpening, you want to concentrate on two things: the sharpening and the masking. Now let's see, I'll show you quickly what the masking does. So here's the sharpening, and you see it's much more contrasty, huge grain. You put it all the way down, the grain is less visible but less sharp. So if I were to put it all the way up here, you'll notice that these areas are actually a little bit sharper in the image. The grain is sharper, therefore it's more finite. You can see it. It's definition. Whereas the grain here is defined, but you didn't want the grain in the sky. You don't need grain in the sky. You don't need the sky to be or have a definition. So this is where the masking comes in. Now, if you hit this Alt button and you click on the masking, okay, and you just move that. Now anything you see that's white, this is what the sharpening is going to work on. Anything you see that is black, the sharpening will not work on. So we're masking out what we want to have sharp. So I'm going to put this all the way to 100 just for argument's sake here. Maybe back it off just a little bit. We'll say 90. There you go. So now if we look at the grain here, we're not affecting it when we do our sharpening. We're not affecting it at all. We've masked it out. Okay? What we are affecting is these parts here. Then you see the changes here. Again, look here. Everything that's lit up. Everything that's white and light. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the noise reduction panel and the luminance. Luminance is the next step. So if you remember, we took a look at sharpening, masking. So we masked our image, and then we sharpened it accordingly to what we wanted. So next is luminance. Now how does luminance tie in to the sharpening and to the grain that we see? You see this huge grain. So how does luminance fix this? Well, let's take a look. We're going to put the luminance all the way up to 100. And we're going to see, oh my, look at that, no more grain, of course, blurred. And if we look at our edges here, again, blurry, no more definition in the edges. So obviously we don't just want to do that and get rid of all the grain, because then we get rid of the definition where we want the definition. So let's take this down. Okay, and let's do our masking like we did before in the sharpening section. Right? We got it up at around 90. Let's let out 90. And our sharpening, well, we can put our sharpening, we'll say put up to about 60. And we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. So we got some sharpening happening here. We have our mask to leave the dark parts alone. And let's check out our luminance. So if we boost our luminance up, on a grainy image, you might want to go to around 40. So let's see. Somewhere around 40, we're getting the detail back here. But as you can see, definitely less grain. I'm going to compare the image before and after here. So, this is our adjusted image, where our sharpening is up around 60, masking all the way up to 81, luminance about 40. So, question is, what would it look like? Well, let's check our reference. A huge improvement. Look how blurry are the edges here. And you can just see a little bit more definition. Look at this line now, how beautifully defined it is compared to this. And this is 1-to-1. Okay? This is what the sharpening, the masking, and the luminance can do for you. So I urge you, once you've taken your picture and you've done all your basic editing, go into the sharpening panel, go into the noise reduction, experiment. You won't regret it. You're going to come out with better images.
Yep, so we're done. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Hopefully you got a little bit of help out of this. Please like, share, subscribe. Subscribe way down there. Thank you. And until my next video, don't forget, Banking 101 with Dexter. That's coming in the next couple of weeks. Come check it out. All right, I'm out.